your family.
That's
that
right,
day.
exactly.
This is so amazing.
You came as 4, you're leaving as 5.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about all of this is amazing stuff, but talk a little bit about the gates and are they going to have any specials or any people on site if they want to talk about the purchase of a new vehicle for their family?
Yeah, absolutely. So our full team is going to be there. I'm sure they're going to be jealous that they can't be on the field and have they're going to be sneaking over. Right, it's like, hey, can I have some ice cream?
Right.
But absolutely, all of my guys are going to be there on site. If you have any questions, we're going to have all the minivans available. We're going to have all the SUVs available for sure.
And vehicles that can accommodate a new family member if somebody adopts a dog.
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
You go. So you could drive away with
it's just
a new
endless.
puppy in tow.
Yeah.
And flowers and food and crafts and face painting.
Yeah.
Any parting thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, we're just very excited. I just feel like I'm throwing a giant party, and I want everybody to come to my party and just have so much fun. That's what it is. We all just need some good fun, laughter, and togetherness, and that's what we're trying to do that day.
And one more important thing: this is a rain or shine event.
It's a rain or shine, but it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a little crisp, but it's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So I want to thank my guests first. To recap, this is we're promoting the Mother's Day Fun Fest on Saturday, May 9th, which is really a community give-back event by the Gates Group at Weil Hyundai at 21 Route 66 in Columbia. Again, May 9th, Saturday, May 9th, 12 to 4 p.m. Pick flowers for Mom. Beautiful tulips, hundreds of them available. I don't think you'll run out, right?
No,
that
we
probably won't be a problem.
No.
Crafts for kids, face painting, a bounce house, yard games, food trucks, poultry in motion, and an ice cream truck. Mona's House will be there with a dog adoption event. There will be a dog contest for best dressed and best trick. Win $50 gift card each to Petco. And, just so much fun for the family. If you want to learn more online, again, you can go to facebook.com/Weil Hyundai CT, and it is their featured event on their Facebook page. I want to thank you again, Lory Day, for joining me here on State of the Art. And God, I'm gonna pitch this to my mom and see if she wants to come and get her face painted.
Please do.
She get her favorite child. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, wow.
If my sister's listening, I'm just kidding. But so much fun. Thank you for all your hard work doing this, Lory, and giving back to the community. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks. So we're gonna pivot now, and we're gonna invite Bev York into the studio. And if RJ, you want to go and grab our next guest out of the lobby there, thank you so much, Lory, for joining us. We're going to leave this here if anybody wants to reference it. And good luck. So much planning went into this. I hope it's a smashing success for you.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
And while we're changing over guests, folks, I want to bring this monumental show to your attention. David Foster, he's at it again. David Lefty Foster is bringing together his Mohegan Sun All-Stars for a reunion concert this Saturday, May 9th. So if you go to the Weil event during the day, maybe you can get away at night, make a dual day fun events of it. But Saturday, May 9th, David will rock the Wolf Den at 8 p.m. with his All-Stars. The sounds are fun and free. You make sure you get there early, though, because seats are limited. Space is limited on the dance floor. But Saturday, David and the Mohegan Sun All-Stars at the Wolf Den, Saturday, May 9th. Check it out, 8 p.m. All right, I think we've got our next slew of guests here in the studio. We are 3/5 of the planning committee for Wyndham's America 250. I want to welcome historian Bev York.
Hi,
Bev, how are you?
Great to be
And I want to
here.
welcome Wyndham Regional Arts Council representative and committee member Cathy Shires to the studio. How are we doing,
Thanks for
ladies?
having me today, Chris.
Absolutely. It's
to
a
be
pleasure and an honor to not only have you today, but be working with you on the committee to present America's 250 Wyndham edition here. I'm not sure if folks are aware, but I'm just going to run down a synopsis of what this whole thing is. It is the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence back in 1776, and we have been a country for Bev? What is the
Semi-quincentennial.
Semi-quincentennial. Say that 10
means
times
half of 500.
So half of 500 years, we've made it this far, and we are celebrating with an over-the-top kind of thing going on here. Our main event, so we call it, is going to be on the Shaboo stage at Gilson Park on July 4th, which, as everybody knows in town here in Willimantic, we have a staple event, the Willimantic Boombox Parade, in its 41st year. It was born the year I was born. Go figure, right? I mean, that's something else. But everybody knows that. But we're planning something big on the stage and at the Gilson Park on the heels of the Boombox Parade. So, you'll already be here. You'll already be enjoying all of the wonderful floats and the and just the festivities for the 41st Annual Boombox Parade. But right after, we're encouraging folks to join us at Gilson Park in the Shaboo stage for the most fun you'll have on July 4th before you go to your family picnic and cookout and whatnot. So at 1:30, we're going to kick off the event. 12:30, the gates are going to open. But at 1:30, we're going to start a commemoration event that is so many different mediums, so many different things, components, right? We're going to have guest speakers. We're going to have musical entertainment. The Wyndham Concert Band will be there. The 2025 Grammy Award-winning Latin jazz pianist Zakai Curtis and his band will be there. There will be historical reenactors. There will be historical vignettes, which are basically interactive history demonstrations. Yeah. There will be food trucks. There will be refreshments. There will be camaraderie, community, all of the above. So where do we start this conversation? My Lord, there's so much going on. Bev, why don't you talk a little bit about 250, what it means to you and what it means to the town of Wyndham, and why Wyndham is so significant in this whole celebration? Because there's 169 municipalities in Connecticut. They're all doing something. There's 50 states in the United States. They're all doing something. There's a national 250, but Wyndham is extra special. Tell us why.
Well, Wyndham County, which in the day of the Declaration of Independence also included Hampton, Chaplin, Scotland, and part of Canterbury. Mansfield was already its own town. But this was a hotbed of patriotism. And one of the reasons why is because of the 13 colonies, Connecticut was the only colony to have a patriot governor. Jonathan Trumbull from Lebanon was for the revolution. The other 12 governors were all loyal to the king. So Trumbulls are very important, and here in Wyndham we had Samuel Huntington, who was a signer, who was born in Wyndham. We had Colonel Eliphalet Dyer, say that 3 times, Eliphalet Dyer. And he was in the Continental Congress all the years except for 1776 because of the rhubarb scandal. Anyway, we had a lot of the great patriots here. We have Nathan Hale. We have William Williams, who is another signer of the Declaration from Lebanon. So in this whole region, there are a lot of people who were really our founding fathers. So not just founding for Wyndham, but founding for our country.
Yeah, so we're looking to present that full story to the public throughout these vignettes and throughout the presentation on stage. But we're also looking to make it interactive and fun. And one of the fun components is going to be the music. And it's going to be historical. It's going to be pertinent to the whole messaging of America 250. And Cathy, I want you to talk a little bit about the Wyndham Concert Band, because as a representative of the Wyndham Regional Arts Council, you've supported the Wyndham Concert Band over the years. They've done many a show on the Shaboo stage, and it's usually around July, but we specifically asked them to be the anchor component to this whole presentation. Talk a little bit about the history of the Wyndham Concert Band, your involvement, and what they'll bring to the table on the stage that day.
Sure. So for the listening audience that might not be familiar, is since about 2018, the Wyndham Regional Arts Council has sponsored a concert at the Shaboo stage. The stage was rather new in those days, and it occurred to all of us, we should be doing a concert with Wyndham's own concert band.
Absolutely.
And for those who know a little bit about music history in America, one of my favorites is John Philip Sousa, and he was the director of the Marine Band, and they became known as the President's own band. Well, I like to think of the Wyndham Concert Band as being Wyndham's own. I
love it.
The band has been in existence since 1858. And they've gone under different iterations of names, and even they will point this out themselves. It's kind of funny. Their initials have always been WCB.
Right.
I believe once Wheeler's Cornet Band. Yeah. They evolved into, for many decades now, they've been simply known as the Wyndham Concert Band. I'm told by the director, Kay Namasic, who is also part of our committee, right. And she indicated that this this season, the band will have over 100 members.
Isn't that something?
And, they play music. I mean, the band, first of all, ranges in age, all volunteer musicians. The youngest member, I believe, is about 13.
Wow.
The oldest is in their late 80s. So I won't
amazing?
out them, but that is, so there's your age range. And that is the beauty of community representation right there. And a variety of instruments. They are a wind and percussion band, of course, and this is their shtick. They play these outdoor concerts throughout the summer in various locations. It's not just here in Windham, but they do two within the town of Windham. It's like a staple. The Shaboo stage plus the green on Windham Center.
Yeah, and I want to give a quick shout out. If anybody is interested in learning more about the Windham Concert Band or seeing their full 2026 summer concert schedule, you can head over to wyndhamconcertband.org. And they already have, it looks like, at least 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 shows on the books. So if you're unable for whatever reason to join us on July 4th, there's still plenty of opportunities to see the Windham Concert Band in action. And you can learn more, again, at wyndhamconcertband.org. I didn't mean to cut you off
No,
there,
that's
Cathy.
fine.
I thought that was important, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Sure.
So
the Windham Concert Band, again, under the direction of Catherine M. Namasic, who was, in her earlier years, the conductor of, I believe it was the 94th Regional Army Band, and she was also a career educator at the Mansfield Middle School. She has really put her heart and soul into directing this band. I'm not sure, how many years, do you know how many years she's been at the helm?
I believe this could be her 4th, but it's actually kind of a return, interrupted by a few years in between. She was also their director a little before my memory. Actually, shameless plug here. I am also a member of the Windham Concert Band, and I enjoy just playing with them. It's been just such a joy.
And clarinet, right?
Trumpet.
Oh, trumpet.
Yes.
All right.
Got to get those buzz
buzz the lips.
So Kay has been, programming with the America 250 celebration in mind, the repertoire for the band for this occasion, because we're going to loop in as much as we can. I think we're planning a recitation of the preamble to the Declaration of Independence to be read kind of piecemeal, like a sentence each from different people of note from around town. We're still identifying the people. We're going to take the video, but it's going to be set to music. The backdrop will be set to music by the Windham Concert Band. We're looking to also integrate other performers, potentially with the repertoire of the Windham Concert Band. But 100 members, I think that speaks. It's a testament to the energy and the leadership of Kay being at the helm. But I mean, the momentum of the Windham Concert Band. There's no more of a pinnacle event than celebrating America's 250 by having, maybe not 100 for this show because some people are unavailable or have commitments in other towns, but I think the bulk of the membership will be there on stage. And if anybody's seen the Shaboo stage, it is a massive stage. But if one band is going to fill out the visual of the stage, it's the Wyndham Concert Band, wouldn't you say?
I would say, Stars and Stripes forever. Play it on.
Yeah. So we're really excited to have them. We're also going to be celebrating with, of course, the Boombox Parade, and we're looking to do a little bit of a competition of sorts. And Bev, tell us a little bit about what people can look forward to. We're going to hint at it today, and then we're going to come out with the details once the committee finalizes the parameters for competing in what we're about to mention.
Okay, so the Boombox Parade, which is an amazing parade, a people's parade, anybody can be in it and do anything. And it is world famous. It has been, the music is provided by WILI Radio.
Right here, yeah.
And they play patriotic music, and anything goes, and it's wonderful. Well, for this year only, for the 250th, there's going to be a float competition. Mm-hmm. So we are looking to award prizes for different categories. I think some of them are the most patriotic, the best float for Windham history, the best float for American history, the best youth float, I believe, and creativity. And the prizes will go in different categories. This is just a teaser. So, like, big trucks, small vehicles, and non-motorized vehicles like carriages and wagons and wheelchairs and anything goes. So be thinking about that. We want everybody to either be in the parade or watching the parade. And this year, we're going to award prizes. So you really up your game now and make it beautiful.
So we're going to take a commercial break here, hear from our sponsors and a few messages. Before we do, though, we're going to keep Cathy and Bev around for the half after the break. But if you want to learn more about Wyndham's America 250 celebration, you can head to multiple sites here. The first would be Linktree, our Linktree, which is linktr.ee/Wyndham AM 250. And on that page, you'll find not only ways to get involved, ways to reach out to us, our Facebook page. You can find the link to the Boombox Parade, the Wyndham Concert Band, so many more, and then our sponsors, which we'll talk about after the break. And you can also head to facebook.com/ I think it's Wyndham's AM 250 as well. Let me check that out real quick. We'll give you that on the other side of the break. Internet's acting a little slow here, but we're going to hear from our sponsors right now. Take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with Cathy Shires and Bev York. And we're back to State of the Art with Chris Beaudry here on 95.3, 1400 AM, WILI, good company. Of course, the home and creators or originators of the Willie Boombox Parade, going to be again on July 4th. It's in its 41st year, and we're discussing what will happen after the Boombox Parade. We're opening up the Shaboo Stage and Gilson Park grounds at 12:30 for a 1:30 start to a momentous occasion celebrating America's 250th. Of course, we're in Windham, Connecticut, which is one of the most important places probably in the nation when it comes to celebrating this monumental occasion of a birthday of a quarter millennia. Hard to believe, right? It just seems like yesterday we were signing that declaration. Anyway, my guests in studio here are historian Bev York and Cathy Shires, representative of the Wyndham Regional Arts Council and also trumpet player extraordinaire in the Wyndham Concert Band, the WCB. So, ladies, I'm going to go down real quick. Firstly, I did find our Facebook address. It's facebook.com/Wyndham CTAM 250. And on that page, you can find resources pertaining to not only the main event, we call it, happening on July 4th, but also peripheral events that will be happening all throughout the year, many of which are run by Bev York. But we have all kinds of events. So if you go to the events tab, you'll see that we have things like the Joshua's Land Grant 350th anniversary, the soldier rations in the Revolution, the Declaration of Independence, stories, signers, and a rhubarb scandal that you kind of hinted at earlier in the interview here. And then this one piques my fancy here, prisons and prison ships of the Revolution. And then, of course, the main event, July 4th, you can find our event page for that. Also, our link tree is linktr.ee/Wyndham AM 250. And there you can find tabs for all kinds of resources, everything from how to participate if you're interested in volunteering, have questions. You can email us. There's a tab there. The direct email is wyndham250@gmail.com. Our Facebook link, the Boombox Parade, the Wyndham Concert Band link, Wyndham's Gilson House Museum events, the Wyndham Textile and History Museum, the Mill Museum, Daughters of the American Revolution Wyndham, the Willimantic Downtown Neighborhood Association. They're a great sponsor. Actually, I'm going to loop them into our sponsors we're going to thank in 1 second. The Wyndham Rec Department, the Wyndham Regional Arts Council link is there, the Connecticut Eastern Railroad Museum, and then the ECSU History Club link is also there. So tons of great resources, anything history, all things history. And then, of course, I wanted to thank our sponsors so far. We are still looking for sponsors. Any dollar amount, you could be an individual and donate anything from $5 if you got it, $25. You can donate to support Wyndham's America 250. This is a fun, family-friendly, free, historical, educational, emphasis on the fun again, nonpartisan. Anyone and everyone is welcome. I want to thank our sponsors so far. We have the O.L. Willard Company. Rich Swart over there has been an absolute angel in donating not only their time but their resources, because we're going to talk a little bit more about this to do with the parade, but we're planning on building a viewing stand for the parade. Think Macy's Day, where you have kind of the media personalities and everything calling the shots as the parade goes by, but this is going to be where our judges are housed. We're looking to get some celebrity judges, including folks from WILI radio station and other historical minds in town and artistic and creative minds to judge the float contest, which details are forthcoming. I want to thank 804 Main Street, I want to thank Hartford Healthcare, the Windham Republicans, and the Windham Democrats, all for contributing, and again, the Willimantic Downtown Neighborhood Association. So, the viewing stand, Bev, let's talk a little bit about that. So, it's going to be designed and constructed by O.L. Willard Company, and again, Rich Swart, he jumped at it. I mean, we didn't even have to say 2 words. Hey, we need your help. He said, say no more. We're there. So, what is this going to be all about, the viewing stand?
Well, I don't know if some people will remember that in 1992, Windham celebrated its 300th birthday, its tercentenary. And we had a huge parade. Patty Murphy was the rec director. And the parade was something like 3 hours long.
Wow.
And it had a lot of bands. Because
an hour for every 100 years.
Yeah.
But there was a huge viewing stand, and it was actually right here in front of WILI and the building next door, which was Potpourri in those days, and now it has Science Plus. It was very long. I remember that Howie Spector was one of the people who built it, and it was built on the back of a flatbed truck, and that was bigger than what we were going to have this time because there were a lot of invited guests. They had invited the guests of the selectmen of all the surrounding towns and the indigenous nations who were here before the Europeans. So anyway, it was a giant reviewing stand. It was red, white, and blue. It had a roof on it to keep people out of the sun. And they used it for commentary, as you said. Mm-hmm. And it was quite a spectacular undertaking, and that's what we're going to do again. Yeah, nice. We're going to have that for the parade, and I think it will be wonderful.
Excellent. Cathy, any parting thoughts, any ruminations on America 250 and what we're planning here?
So, Chris is very humble here, okay? So we just have to give a lot of credit where credit is due, okay? Because Chris is really the mover and shaker behind this committee. I can sit here and
so
say,
weird I have the same name as whoever you're talking about.
Yeah. That's but we owe a lot. When all this is over and it's going to be, just such a memorable event. We have so much credit is due to you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for really making this move along. And we didn't have a whole lot of time, once from the inception. So here we are, just a couple months away. I can't believe it. And
it's hard to believe.
And,
2 months from yesterday.
Yeah, we're moving towards the goal very quickly. And, in football terms, I'd say we're maybe on the 20-yard line. And it feels really good.
20-yard line towards the goalpost?
Towards the goal,
yes,
straight. Yeah, straight on through.
So, again, my guests here are Bev York and Cathy Shires. We make up 3/5 of the Wyndham's America 250 committee, and we're planning a main event, so to speak, on the heels of the 41st annual WILI Willimantic Wyndham Boombox Parade. I mean, it has so many names, right? There's so many players at play. It takes a village, right? It's a community effort, community endeavor. Again, our sponsors have just been so generous. Our committee members have leveraged all of their networks and resources and personal relationships. And I think it's true that we care about this community. We want to see the best foot forward in every sense. I'm hoping we can document this thoroughly so that this becomes an online resource that people can reference back to it and look at videos and maybe interact with some of the historical vignettes or displays and view the concert. And I think we're going to make waves in terms of statewide and maybe even regional or national media. So if you're listening now and you want to join us, make sure you put it in your calendar July 4th. And it's all going to be over by 3:30 in the afternoon. So if you have a family picnic or any kind of gathering you have to make it to in the evening, you're still going to be able to get out there, enjoy your hot dogs, hamburgers, and see some fireworks. So thank you so much, ladies, for being here today. Again, if you want to learn more, linktr.ee/WyndhamAM250 or facebook.com/WyndhamCTAM250. And we are going to have a tabling presence at the Thread City Hop Fest on Sunday, May 17th. So look for us at the Willimantic Renaissance booth and come and express your interest or just get some more information, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah, we need volunteers.
Absolutely. We need tons of volunteers. So reach out any way you can and come and see us at the Thread City Hop Fest. Thank you, Bev. Thank you, Cathy, for being here today.
All right, huzzah. Thank you.
Huzzah for history. And speaking of the Hop Fest, folks, my next guest coming in the studio, Bev, if you could grab my next guest out there, we're going to welcome Miss Chelsea Cherrier, who is a planner and committee member for the Thread City Hop Fest, which is happening on Sunday, May 17th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Again, our very popular Gilson Park and Shabu stage. We're welcoming 60-plus breweries, cideries, and meaderies. Today's show is full of tongue twisters, man. I'm telling you. Chelsea, how we doing? Welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Thread City Hop Fest. It is probably one of the best bangs for your buck to get out, be amongst the community. The weather is going to be hopefully a day like today. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be DJ Wild Rice, Keith C. Rice, entertaining you. What else do we have to look forward to, Chelsea?
There's definitely a bunch of fun stuff. Obviously, the breweries and the distilleries and vineyards and all the things. Also, amazing food. I think I have lined up about 11 food trucks. So lots of choices, anything from tacos to pastries to cupcakes to we have a new truck, the Reef to Table, which is a seafood truck, which I think is going to be really exciting, along with those who are staples, who are always there. So anticipate to have your favorites there as well. And we also have some lawn games, cornhole, sip on some delicious beers or whatever you like and play some lawn games and just enjoy. And the most amazing thing is for the cause, right? What it all goes to.
Absolutely. Thread City Hop Fest in 2025, I think, kicked off $53,000 to local charities here in Willimantic and Windham. And, do you have a rough number how many charities it benefited? I think it's like 12.5.
Yes.
Right around there.
Yep. I think it's close to that. And I think over the 10 years, it's donated $338,000.
So really, what better opportunity to not only have fun, but serve a purpose and just like, you don't feel like you're at a charity fundraiser, but, you get your little, what is it, like an 6-ounce glass, 4-ounce glass? That's custom.
I would say 4 ounces.
4 ounces.
I think that's right.
And, as long as you're within reason, consuming, you can taste as many different, beers, ciders, meads, wine. There's even
distilleries, seltzers. There's even, I think, an NA there as well.
I'll be hitting that up. Nice.
Yeah, and those two huge, what are they, 20 by 40 tents? So I think, it's a really great time. And then if you not a drinker or you don't feel like drinking that day, we also sell the $10 designated driver ticket. So you can come enjoy the music, enjoy the food, and get in for a really cheap price as well that will still support your local charities doing all the really hard, good work that's even harder this year because of several different reasons.
So if folks want to get their tickets, there's a couple ways you can find us. You can go directly to the Thread City Hop Fest ticket site, which is beerfests.com/events/thread-city-hop-fest. Tongue twister again. Or you could head over to our Facebook page, which is, drum roll please, I'm always refreshing my page to find these here, but it's facebook.com/Thread City Hop Fest. That's an easy one, I think.
Yeah.
And you can find our event, which is a pinned event for the 2026 Hop Fest. You were about to say something.
You can also go to Willy Brew. So you can
buy them in person.
Yep, you can buy them in person with cash, but they can also add it to your bill. So you can pay with credit card as well.
Way cool. And we'd be remiss to mention that Willy Brew is one of the major components or major creative forces behind this. David Wallner with all of his network of brewers. The guy's got a brewery right in Woolly Brew, right? So he has all these connections and really rallies the troops, so to speak, to get the best of the best in terms of microbrews, macro brews, hidden gems from all over the state and all over the region. Do we know how far do people come from in terms of like the brewers to see this fest?
I think they're coming from all over the state. Like I know many are coming from down by the shore, and then many are coming, on the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut as well. And, they're donating their time and their product as well to this. And so it's a really great opportunity to also like find your favorite brewery.
Exactly.
And, what better than to find that before the summer when you want to venture to a different part of the state and sit out at a brewery as well. You can find out what you like.
And another shout out to another Woolly Brew celebrity, Rhonda Twist, Ronnie.
Absolutely. She is all of it.
One of the hardest working women in beer fest business, right?
Yeah.
But just such an amazing organizer for the event. Also, Erin Morell, who is the director of events for WRI and the Willamette Street Fest. Who else on the team am I missing? Chris McNaboe, Jay
Horizons.
Hyland from Project Emo, retired police officer who helps with like kind of the ground setup and the flow of everything.
Absolutely.
Wasn't Tom McGrath part of something?
Yes, maybe. I'm
Shout
sorry.
out to Tom McGrath. He's been at the events. And he does post frequently in the comments that there's something to do with him. But check us out on Facebook again, facebook.com/Thread City Hopfest, because you can learn about the green team that will be keeping Hopfest clean and green.
Yeah.
That would be Click. Talk a little bit about that, Chelsea.
Yeah, so the cool thing about this event is there's a ton of recycling, and the majority, I would say. And so when we found out, Click has been doing waste reduction for events for a long time, and through someone named Sydney Clements, she approached David, and he was all about it. So we divert waste there. So we make sure that all those cans, an entire 8 to 10 cubic yard dumpster of pretty much mostly cans doesn't end up in the landfill. And so we'll be there, the green team, and we'll be separating the recyclables and the compost out of the landfill trash so that it's also a sustainable event. And I think the last few years we had between 70 and 80% diversion. So that means 70-80% of the waste from the event was diverted into recycling or compost.
From the landfill where it would just go to waste to actually being reused and preventing more resources from being tapped. That's just amazing.
Less emissions,
in addition to the sustainability and the charitability, is that a word? The charitable nature of the Thread City Hop Fest, it is fun with a capital F-U-N, and it is Sunday, May 17th, and I already know, knock on wood, I'm going to do it anyway, but it's going to be a gorgeous day.
Beautiful.
You mentioned the lawn games. We mentioned the vendors, the food trucks, the entertainment, and of course, the two big tops with over 60 breweries, cideries, meaderies, distilleries. How many more E's are there? I mean, we got to find more. I mean, we're not on CBD or THC yet, right?
No.
Maybe next year. But anyway, it's going to be a big event. You know it. It's your favorite event of the year. We're going to have all kinds of merch for sale. The 2026 shirts are just slick as anything. They're like a tie-dye. Of course, they're tie-dye. It's Ronnie Twist, right?
Yeah.
Copperhead Exchange, I think, is her tie-dye company. Yeah. And then we're also going to be selling previous year's merch. So there's limited edition. Like once they're gone from previous Hopfest years.
Yep.
I think you can get the commemorative glasses from years past and also the volunteer tie-dye shirts from years past.
Correct.
Any odds and ends I'm missing on this whole thing?
No, but just speaking from someone or local organization that benefits from this is a huge impact to your local nonprofits. It makes a huge difference in what we're able to do and how we're able to support the community. And so please show up and buy your ticket. And it's a lot cheaper to buy it now than at the door. I think it's $15 less to buy it.
Yeah, the day of, it definitely increases. So you definitely want to pre-purchase these tickets. And we did give the 3 options. So I like the option number 1, which is in person at Woolly Brew, because how many people are going to dinner there already? Just throw it on your tab and come and join us on May 17th. It's $50 in advance, and then the price does go up from there at the gate. So you definitely want to purchase in advance, and there are still tickets available. So buy them at Woolly Brew in advance, put them on your tab, or head to beerfest.com/events/Thread facebook.com/thread-city-hop-fest, or go to Facebook, which we do have the link to the Beer Fest ticket portal. So that's facebook.com/Thread City Hop Fest. My guest here talking about the Thread City Hop Fest 2026, Chelsea Cherrier. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, and see you guys there.
All right, we'll see you there. Folks, thank you so much for joining us again on yet another edition of State of the Art with Chris Beaudry. That was a chock-full program, I would say. And I didn't even get into, I wanted to mention a few things coming up at the River Room. I think I still have a minute, Matt, do I? I got 2 minutes. All right, excellent. So coming up at the River Room, we have some really, really fun offerings. You know, the bulk of our shows are musical in nature, but these next couple weeks, we have variety coming up. This Friday, what is it, Friday? Oh my gosh, I have lost track of time. May 8th already. Can you believe we're 1 week into May? Like, what is going on? We have Jim Spinato, the magical, the mysterious, the wonderfully entertaining, funny guy. You may have seen him at Mohegan Sun at Six Flags New England. He performs at all of your safe grads, UConn, ECSU. He performs 4 nights a week at Mohegan Sun's Comics Roadhouse. He is bringing his comedy hypnotism act to the River Room this Friday, May 8th, with the show starting at 8 p.m., doors open at 7 p.m. Still tickets available. It is going to be an 18-plus event, but it's going to be a heck of a good time. If you've seen him, we had him last year bring his comedy magic act. This is a little different. This is the comedy hypnosis act. So check it out at riverroomwillie.com. Next Friday, the 15th, we have our Latin Dance Social, ever popular. I think this is our 3rd or 4th one. This is our 2nd Latin Dance Social with live band. We are welcoming back Arnaldo Rivera and his Bente 2 band, which if you attended the Co-op Street Fair this past weekend, you witnessed the energy and excitement that Bente 2 brings to a show. But imagine a dance floor being exclusively provided for that. Well, that's happening on the 15th. We have bar service by Trigo Wood-Fired Pizza happening as well, so that's Latin Dance Social. And then the following week, Saturday, May 23rd, my personal hero of the tenor saxophone, you may know him from the Dave Brubeck group, Jerry Bergonzi will be at the River Room. This is jazz royalty appearing. And then on May 30th, we bring back the local, she's a wonderful vocalist, she is a visual artist and a musical artist, Professor Emerita of ECSU, June Bizance will be back. Then on June 6th, we have the Ed Cherry Trio. Ed Cherry had performed with Dizzy Gillespie, the great Lonnie Smith, Dr. Lonnie Smith, and so many more. And then to be announced, but it's happening on Saturday, June 13th, we welcome back James Montgomery and his band. And the list goes on and on, folks. Definitely join our email list at riverroomwillie.com if you want to be in the know and in the loop on any exciting shows or events coming up at the River Room at 50 Riverside Drive in Willimantic. We're just cooking on all cylinders. Again, First Street Fest, May 21st. And I'm being stared at and big smiles. It's time to end the show, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week on State of the Art with Chris Beaudry. We'll see you next time. Take care.